this is Horror Night episode 2. I'm your host, Austin, my co-host, Devin, not back on the show tonight, but it's okay, the show must go on. I have a great host, a great guest on tonight's show, Tommie Vegas on the show. Welcome to the show, Tommie.
Thank you, Austin. I'm glad to be here.
Very, very indeed. Now let's get straight to it. What is your stance on the importance of women in the horror industry?
Oh man, I think it is one of the most important things to have when it comes to horror films. And I think now the tables are kind of turning to where the women are really dominating it. I think more people are open to see what women can do and what we can actually bring to the table and create. And it's a wonderful thing. It really is one of the most important things you could ever have when it comes to horror.
Now it says that you were in the movie Party Night. Tell us about Party Night. What is Party Night about?
Well, Party Night introduces you to a bunch of really cool high school kids who are excited about prom. And like in most horror films, they decide, let's not go to the main party, let's have our own party. And in doing so, we happen to come across a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's funny. What is your favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror film, probably Scream and Scream 3. Those two are I'm absolutely obsessed with.
Yeah, my movies are zombie strippers for some reason.
I think a lot of guys like that one.
Yeah. And how did you get into acting in horror films?
Oh man, it's always been one of the most welcoming genres to actors, I think. And when you're starting off within your own community, it's a very small community at that usually, and horror seems to be the go-to. People really like doing it. There's always room for somebody. You're never excluding anybody. Everybody always has a part in horror and within the film community, and that's kind of how it started. And then a couple of years ago, my friend Chad happened to introduce me to Albert Pune, who a lot of people know, and he was doing a psychological thriller horror. And that kind of set the wheels in motion for the horror side of things. I got to go and work on that with Albert. I got to work with Shane Ryan on that, and then him and I have gone off and done our own things, like for Virus of the Dead and whatnot. So I really think it's Chad that got me started.
Well, that's kind of cool. Now, Robert Englund, I heard that he made a movie called Affected, I believe, about this woman got a virus or something. It was a good movie.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know if I had, you said it was Affected?
Affected or Infected, I can't remember the title of the movie, but it's something about that. So, I might be wrong, but I'm probably mispronouncing it.
I think it's Infected, if I remember.
Yeah,
correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, our Virus of the Dead is very similar to that, that's for sure. I don't know if you got to see that one yet.
Yeah. What's your inspirations of acting in major theater releases, or do you plan on remaining within the indie film universe?
I think my biggest inspiration is just, there's something about making a film, no matter what kind of film it is, that is just deep inside of you, and it doesn't let go. It's like this constant itch that's bugging you 24/7, and you just have to go out and you have to create. And you see what everybody's doing these days, and you can see just how imaginative they are, how far film has actually come, whether it's horror or any other genre. And that itself is inspiring to keep going out creating and pushing the boundaries even further than you could have ever imagined to really get out there and do it, you know?
Oh yeah, completely. How is it working on a indie horror film?
Oh, I love it. I have so much fun on the indie films. I've done a couple other films that they're actually kind of big budget projects and things like that versus the indie films that I've done. And I always seem to have more fun on the indie sets. It's just a little bit more laid back. I think there's not as much stress and tension because you don't have like the studios breathing down your back or anything like that. It's just, it's a great experience where you can be as creative as possible, and there can be so much input from so many different corners that everybody comes together to create something amazing as opposed to just being told, okay, do this and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I never got into indie horror films until my friend, he's a producer of horror films, so who made Party Night, who is I've got his name, that guy's name, I can't remember his name. You probably know what I'm talking about.
There's quite a few producers on that one. So.
He's one of my best friends on Facebook for some reason. I can't remember his name. His last name starts with a E, and it ends with a A or L.
An E.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look.
Oh, I have it in my notes. Let me look it up. Sorry about that today, but
no, you're fine.
I mean, I'm not really good at names. I mean, I'm good at faces, but I can't remember names.
I can be the same way sometimes, honestly.
So, now the Blair Witch Project, as I'm going to talk about the Blair Witch while I'm looking for the going name. Now, anyway, the Blair Witch is an indie horror film. Have you seen Blair Witch?
I have. You know, it's funny because I didn't originally see it when it first came out, and it took me a very long time. I don't know why. I think it just sounded so scary. I put it off for a while. And I finally got to sit down and watch it one day, and it was scary. Like, even now, even years later after watching it, after knowing truly what found footage is, it still just kept so much tension within yourself, and you were just constantly on edge, waiting for this or waiting for that. And I love that movie. I absolutely love it.
Now, I have Blair Witch and then Blair Witch 2, which is the Book of Shadows. Both movies are great. And then I think they made another movie, the new one.
There is a new one they just made. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm not sure if I'm ready to check it out just yet because I still have a lot of love for the original.
Yeah, me too. I found his name. His name is Troy.
Oh, Troy.
Yeah.
Our director.
Yeah, I'm friends with him. So I can't.
Oh yeah, he's really cool.
Oh yeah. So he got me into indie horror films, and then his other friend, which is Lloyd, he's another one of my good friends. He got me into indie horror films also. What can we expect from you in the future?
Well, right now I am in pre-production on a film called Faceless. It is going to be a horror film. I can't really say too much about it right now, but it's going to be pretty freaking awesome. It's been a long time in the making, and it's been like 4, maybe 5 years getting ready to even do this thing, and it's going to finally start this year, so that's really exciting. Yeah.
So, now, do you have any dreams of making it into the big league, like on the big screen?
I do, and I'm really lucky. I have a great manager right now. Her name is Pam, and she's been submitting away, and I've been getting some studio interest here and there, but it's taking its time. Everything takes its time. Sometimes you're just not the right fit, or, there's so many different things that come into play. But that's definitely the next step, because there's some people I'd really, really love to work with, and at the point they're at right now is you can only do it if you're really getting to that next level,
Yeah, like there's so many great horror people out there, like Rob Zombie, like King Hodder and Pinhead and Hellraiser, and so this goes on and on and on.
Oh yeah, well the goal is definitely to get up there and really be able to create these movies even more so, just on that bigger level. You know, I would love to go and work with James Wan. I'd love to work with Mike Flanagan. I would kill to go and work on AHS with Ryan Murphy. So those are little goals I have in mind.
Now, I would kill to work with Rob Zombie because he is an icon in horror films.
Oh, yeah. No, he is, like, absolutely amazing.
He's like a multiple tasker. He does his rock band one day and then another film, and so.
Oh, yeah. He's
and
definitely got it going on.
His wife does great in horror films too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's in all of them, pretty much, and she does absolutely amazing.
She was in the horror film Halloween, Part 1 and Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and she's in 31.
31, Devil Rejects. I've seen that movie.
Yep. Oh, yeah, she's in all of them. She does really great. She's a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, yeah. Now, I wish you the best in horror films, and I hope you become a great actress in the near future and win an Oscar or an Emmy or whatever you want you might call them.
Well, thank you. I hope that too.
And another topic I'm going to talk about is recent horror news. Now, American Exorcism is coming out May 2nd. Have you heard of that movie before?
Of which one?
American Exorcism.
Oh, American Exorcism? No, I hadn't heard of that yet.
Now, they had made one before, but this is a new one that's coming out May 2nd.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to keep a lookout for that then.
Now, there's a new TV show out called Stephen King The Mist. It's based on the movie. It's on Spike TV.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, yeah, no. That is on my list of things I have to watch and binge watch and totally invest myself into.
I mean, I used to have Spike TV, but my Dolan cable provider shut down because I have basic cable now, and it's crazy.
You gotta get the PlayStation View. That's what I do.
I know. I can't even get Walking Dead anymore because they took AMC off. I'm like, oh my god, I'm missing. I missed the last season and the other season because I'm seeing season 1 through 5, and then 6 and 7. No, so.
Yeah. I'm telling you, just get PlayStation View. It's really cheap, and you get all your shows and channels on there.
I have PlayStation. I might just do that.
You should. It works so well. I love it. Like, at first I was against it because I was afraid to give up, like, my regular satellite that I was used to. And now I can't live without it. And I love it because I just go straight to it. And everything I want is right there once you set it up. It's kind of like set up like Netflix in a way.
Yeah. Now, people ask me about my horror show all the time. What is Horror Night? Now, Horror Night is a show we talk about everything horror. Basically everything, like a TV shows, horror movies, and all that fun stuff. So, There you go, this news, if you want to know what Horror Night is.
Oh, yeah, well, I kind of got a good idea there.
Now, this is my debut of my new topic, which is called My Top 5 Worst Horror Movies.
Your top 5 worst?
Yeah, worst horror movies.
So now, what are they?
Motel Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not that good. I mean, I don't understand it at all, so.
Sometimes horror films take a good 2 or 3 times before you fully can appreciate it or love it or understand it. So don't totally knock everything off just yet, I promise you.
Number 2 is Evil Bone.
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically like a movie about an evil bone gets high and kills people.
Wow.
Kind of like that. I mean, I never seen it. I just saw the trailer and it was dumb. House of Wax.
You don't like that one?
No, I mean, I like Paris Hilton in it and all, but it's about a house of wax. Come on.
I don't know. If you ever gone to Madame Tussauds, it could be kind of creepy. I'm just saying.
I don't even say that either. So, Ghost Ship, which is another movie that I do not like. Now, this is gonna be kind of weird. Probably people gonna hate me for this, but Anaconda.
Oh, wow.
Now, Anaconda is a good movie, but that if you want to make a good movie, you gotta get your special effects team and make the reptile come at you like Jaws. So you gotta come up with something better. Jaws was a great horror movie. I love Jaws. Now, Anaconda is not that thrill. I mean, I like thrill and horror and all that.
Yeah, I think Anaconda felt kind of like a Tremors thing for me. So that's what it reminds me of more so than trying to be like Jaws. Like, I don't know if you watched all the Tremors, but it's
I love that movie because Kevin Bacon is funny as hell in that movie.
Kevin Bacon's great in everything he does. I absolutely love him.
He's also in the movie Hollow Man, or what that movie's called.
He's in so many movies. It is absolutely
great. Now, what's your favorite horror movies, like top 5?
Well, I just watched. Well, in my top 5, of course, I have Scream and Scream 3. Those two are just, I don't know what it is about it. I'm absolutely obsessed. I'm a Wes Craven girl. Like, my biggest regret in life is that I'll never get to work with him. And then I'd have to say probably Child's Play, the first one, the original. That's one of the first like horror films I can remember watching ever since I was a child. I was like 4 or 5 years old and watching it, and my grandparents are trying to scare me while I'm watching it. I love it so much. Other than that, I'm a really big fan of the original Saw. And what else is there? God, there's so many. I don't know. You could just sign me up for everything Wes Craven has ever done, probably.
Yeah, I have 2 Freddy Krueger movies, and I have 1 Saw movie. I don't know which one it is, but I have one of them. And I have, the first horror movie I've seen when I was little that I grew up watching was Goosebumps.
I remember
That's when I started watching horror films. Like, my first horror film was like The Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic. Who doesn't like The Gremlins? I have Gremlins 1 and Part 2. I think Part 2 is a lot funnier.
Probably, I think so.
And they go in New York and stuff. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
Now, my other franchise I like is Scary Movie.
Oh, yeah.
The Scary Movie... Yeah, Scary Movie 2 is probably the funniest, with the guy with the small hand.
Oh, yeah.
That cracks me up every time.
That creepy little hand that's just everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And then the parrot says so funny stuff in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That movie, that was done really well. I think everybody liked it who likes horror films, just because it's like, it touches on every horror film you've ever liked, you know?
Yeah. And then the last one with Charlie Sheen in it, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
With Lindsay Lohan. So, now, in the Scary Movie 2, it was funny because, Marlon Wayans, one of my favorite comedians, he was in that movie.
Yeah.
So he's funny as hell.
Oh yeah, the Wayans brothers are just hilarious in general.
Yeah, White Chicks. That's another funny movie.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. My friends and I reference that movie a lot.
And Little Man. That's another funny movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a lot of funny movies out there with horror films, like Shaun of the Dead.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I think it's just because it's very easy to turn fear into humor.
Yeah.
And it's just natural for us to even laugh at ourselves after something scares us. So to be able to like go in and like, all right, let's just do this. It's the hilarity of the fear that makes it really funny.
Yeah. So, like, I like comedy horror films, and I also like supernatural films. Like, another one is The Satanist with Sarah Hyland in it, where she's from Modern Family. That
Yeah.
was a great movie.
I don't know if I saw that one.
Just look up Sarah Hyland, and it
Oh
will
yeah, I know
pop
who
up.
she is. Everyone keeps saying I look like her in real life.
Actually, you really do a little.
I get it all the time. I get Sarah. I get the most random mix of people that I remind people of. But I definitely been getting Sarah Hyland ever since she became something.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of other horror movies out there like Fido and Warm Bodies and.
What horror movies have you seen recently?
Recently, Kill Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was sketchy. I mean, wasn't really cool about it, but.
With that movie, you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah. So, another movie I saw was Faculty.
Oh, I love that movie.
It was funny at the beginning of the movie. So.
Yeah. And that movie's really cool. I actually pull that one out every now and then just to rewatch it.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of good movies out there, like. I can't even think of any other movies I can think of.
Well, I recently just watched, The Black Coat's Daughter and Eloise, Anguish, The Windmill Massacre. They were all pretty cool. I actually enjoyed them all.
My couple of my other favorite horror movies has to have, great actresses and actors in it. I mean, I'm very picky about my horror movies. It has to be a 5 or a 10 to even watch it. If I know who's in the movie, I'll buy it on DVD in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like Jeepers Creepers, that's an instant buy.
Oh yeah, I love the first one. I'm not a big fan of the second one, but I love the first one.
The third one is coming out.
I know, they just finished filming, I heard.
Yeah, there's a backstory behind that. One of the actresses who plays that female, Gina Phillips. I think producer is, what my co-host told me, that the producer of that film is a pedophile.
Yeah. So it caused a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Victor Salva.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still interested to see the third one. I think the first one just gives me the heebie-jeebies anytime. I cannot listen to the song Jeepers Creepers anymore when I'm alone. When I'm on a highway, and I'm on the highway a lot traveling from auditions and jobs and stuff, and I see anything remotely familiar, I instant heebie-jeebies, just because of that movie.
It's not real.
I know it's not real, but it haunts me because the movie did such a good job. It's kind of the same way. I have this irrational fear that there's some Michael Myers type of killer out there watching me through the window. And so when it's late at night and there's big windows like that, I have to run by them because it freaks me out. Yet I'll be the one up late at night all by myself watching horror film after horror film.
Yeah, every time on Halloween night, it's a tradition. I've been doing it for 3 or 4 years now. I dress up as Michael Myers.
I love Michael Myers. He's one of my top favorite. And that Halloween is one of my top favorite movies. I don't know why I didn't even say that before.
I scare the trick-or-treaters all the time.
Oh, it would scare me.
And I play in KO2. They think I'm a dummy or something. And then when they come up to the porch, I scare them. And I get pictures with them, and it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't even talk. I just wave and shake my hand up and down. I don't even say anything.
Yeah. But Michael, he's scary. So when they see you like that, you know, because even in the real movie, he doesn't talk. He doesn't say anything.
And the mask itself is the replica of the Rob Zombie film Halloween. So I paid a lot of money for the mask. It's a full mask with fake hair and everything.
Wow. Yeah, the Halloween movie definitely is just right up there. It's one of the best. The score alone is just creepy as it is. I could hear that music playing anywhere and just instantly be freaked out.
Yeah. Now, Jeepers Creepers is a great movie, and now the black woman that's in the film, she was on Bones.
Oh, nice! I didn't know that. I don't.
Yeah, she was. Show. Yeah, I mean, Bones is turned off. They canceled the season. It's been on for so many years, like season 10, I think.
Oh yeah, it's been a very, very, very long time. That's for sure.
Now, my two favorite TV shows that they aired was The Exorcist and Sleepy Hollow.
See, I didn't even get to watch those yet. I haven't had a chance. Like, I really want to watch Exorcist too.
Now, The Exorcist is based on the movie.
Yeah.
And the two actresses that are in the TV show, who is Hannah, I cannot pronounce her last name, and the other girl, which I can't pronounce her first and last name either, they tweeted back at me on Twitter, which very cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of love on Twitter, I think, within the film community, whether they're the top stars or the smallest of the small. I think it's absolutely amazing.
And one of my favorite horror Hollywood crush is Scout Compton in the movie Halloween. I tweeted at her, she liked my tweet, and that was it. I mean, I was in tears when she did that.
That's sweet.
She was my favorite actress of all time.
She's a good actress.
I've been trying to get her on the show, but she has yet to reply back to me, so.
She's probably really, really, really busy.
Yeah. I
can imagine. And I think she has a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. She was just in a movie called Get the Goer, which just came out. I think. So I don't know. Anyway, this has been episode 2 of Horror Night. Please check us out on YouTube, Horror Night. And please go check us out at Twitter, Horror Night. And thanks for being on the show, Tommie.
Thanks for having me, Austin. I had fun.
It's very nice to have a horror actress on the show.
Well, it's been great being on the show. I'm glad I could talk horror with you.
And that's the wrap.